So dear students, in previous video we discussed preparation of carboxylic acids. Now in this video we are discussing physical properties and chemical properties of carboxylic acids. So first we are going with the physical properties. So physical properties, in these physical properties we have three states, three properties, that is physical state, boiling point and solubility. So physical state is nothing but a liquid or solid. So from C1 to C9 these are liquids and they are colorless, and from C10 onwards these are become solid, right? So next, boiling points. So because of presence of two oxygen groups, two oxygen atoms, they are having high boiling points because oxygens may form hydrogen bonds with other hydrogens, right? So that reason, because of that one, they are having high boiling points. But you can compare homologous series of carboxylic acids, less carbon number containing carboxylic acids are having less boiling points, and more carbons containing carboxylic acids are more boiling points, right? So then next one, solubility. Solubility means miscible with water. So when you compare other aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids, these are having some more solubility, because again same reason, boiling hydrogen bond formation. So but less carbon containing carboxylic acids are soluble in water. If you increase the carbon number, again solubility may decrease, right? So high carbon containing carboxylic acids are soluble in benzene, toluene, like that, polar solvents. So this is about the physical states of carboxylic acids. Now next one, in chemical properties, most important concept is acidic nature. So acidic nature of carboxylic acid, based on based on this acidic nature, in competitives you may get questions, right? So this is somewhat important. And again one more is there, basic nature of amines are also important. So comparison of acidic groups, comparison of molecules, which is more acidic, which is less acidic, like this you will get questions. So first we'll check a carboxylic acid acidic nature. So this is a carboxylic group COOH, and if I remove one H plus ion from this one, it gets this one. So this is called carboxylate ion. So carboxylate ion. So carboxylate ion is a very stable ion because of this resonance structures. See, so after removing a hydrogen, this oxygen get negative charge, and to stabilize this oxygen, it gives this negative charge electrons towards carbon. So at the same time, here double bond is there, this double bond is attracted by this oxygen because oxygen is high electronegative. So if it is going like this structure will arise. So what happened, this pi bond is going towards this side, that means this oxygen get negative charge, and negative charge of this one is converting into pi bond. So at the same time, if this negative charge is overloaded on this oxygen, again it donate towards this carbon. So again this one. So these resonance structures will happen simultaneously. So that means carboxylate ion is stable. So because to get the stability, stable carboxylate ion, carboxylic group, it releases H plus ion somewhat easily. But when you compare with the inorganic acids, these are having less acidic nature, right? Now so what happened here, this is a resonance form of carboxylate ion, right? So if if we write a equation, that means RCOOH plus H2O, that will get RCOO minus plus H3O plus. So this carboxylate ion is somewhat stable. We said now this, because of this resonance structure, it is somewhat stable. So that means if we write a constant, solubility constant or SD constant, right, dissociation constant, sorry, this is Ka is dissociation constant of acid. So if you write this constant, what we have to write is RCOO minus, concentration of RCOO minus plus, sorry, into H3O plus by RCOOH. And we know that one pure water concentration is always unity, so no need to write a H2O here. So this is a dissociation constant of carboxylic acids here. So we can calculate a dissociation constant of acid. So this is about a solubility of carboxylic ion. Now what happens when any other groups are present on carboxylate ion? Effect of substituents, right? So suppose if I place oxygens are there and negative charge is delocalizing like this and bond is there, and on this bond we have suppose electron donating groups, and somewhere we have again electron withdrawing groups on this carbon, and again carboxylate ion is there and it is delocalizing like this minus charge. So what happens if electron donating groups are there, that means they are donating towards electron this carboxylic group. So what happens, electrons are there here, minus charge is there, and again we are donating electrons towards this week, that means more minus will get, so minus charge will increase. So by increasing minus charge, uh, attraction of H plus ion towards this carboxylate ion increases, right? So if we attach electron withdrawing group to this carboxylate ion, these are electrons, they are attracted. These electron withdrawing groups will remove electron density from this carboxylate ion. So that means oxygens may get a plus charge, right? Oxygens may get a plus charge. So here minus charge is increasing and here plus charge is increasing, right? So because of this reason, H plus ion, suppose if I place suppose I am taking a 2 beakers, and in the 2 beakers I am adding this group and this group. In that beaker, if I add water, H2O, so H plus ions are attracted towards which group, right? So these are attracted towards this group and they are not attracted towards this group. That means H plus ion, if I place here, it is attracted by this molecule, because electron donating group is there, negative charge is increasing here, so plus charge will attract towards this negative charge, and the electron withdrawing groups are there, minus charge is decreased and plus charge will increase, so plus won't attract. That means we are checking here conjugate basic nature, which carboxylate ion is more attractive towards H plus ion. That means carboxylic group which contain electron donating group, it is attracts more this H plus ion. So that means it is a strong strong base, strong conjugate base, right? So if this is a strong conjugate base, so obviously it becomes weak acid. And you know the other one, if I have a strong acid, its conjugate base is, if we have acid, its conjugate base is weak. If we have a strong conjugate base, its acid is weak. So here we are checking a basicity of carboxylate ion. So by presence of donating groups, this negative charge increases, so H plus ion is attractive towards this one. That means basic nature of this carboxylate ion is increasing. That means carboxylic acid, right, conjugate acid is weak here and conjugate acid here strong. So which group, by presence of which group acidic nature is increasing means electron withdrawing. By presence of electron withdrawing group, acidic nature of carboxylic acid increases, right? So we'll check with the examples here. So if we have a acetic acid, hydrogen, C double bond O and OH, and here CH3, C double bond O and OH is there. So what happens here, CH3 group is there, it is donative towards this carbon, this is electron donating group, and it donates electrons towards this carbon, right? So because of that reason, this pi electrons will go here, right? So here minus charge will get. So again, if this hydrogen is eliminated as H plus, so it has again minus charge to attract that carbon. That means it come here, right? But here formic acid, this is a formic acid and it is not having any donating groups on this one. So there is no negative charge of this minus oxygen. So if we eliminate this H plus ion, it is easily eliminatable. That means it is removable. So in these two, which is having more acidic nature means where H plus ion is easily removing, right? Formic acid. So acidic nature is this one. That means by presence of electron donating group, acidic nature decreases, right? So let's take other examples, right? So if you take a formic acid and if you take acetic acid and ethanoic acid, right? If you take a acetic acid and ethanoic acid, suppose CH3 is there, C double bond O, OH, and here CH3, right? CH3, CH2, C double bond O, OH is there. So if you check here only one carbon is there, but here two carbons are there. So which will have more acidic nature, right? Very good. Because of high donation capacity, it may not release H plus ion, right? Because more negative charge will appear here. H plus, whatever it is releasable, it attacks on again this oxygen. So H plus is somewhat easily removable in this compound, acetic acid, and this is propanoic acid. So if you write a order of carboxylic acid, formic acid is more acidic than acetic acid. Acetic acid is more acidic acid than propanoic acid, right? And again so on. So this is in aliphatic components. Suppose if I place a electron withdrawing group on acetic acid, suppose I am taking a CH3, C double bond O, OH, and I am placing one electron withdrawing group on alpha carbon. That means here Cl I am writing, C double bond O again, OH. Now what happens? Here CH3 group, it donates electron towards this carbon, but here what happens? Cl is there, so it is electron withdrawing group, and again CH2, this is again electron withdrawing group, so minus charge, this pi bond will get here, so H plus. So on two, suppose these electrons are going toward this one, this carbon may get plus charge. To remove this plus charge, these pi electrons or lone pair electrons, these are towards this carbon. So what get? Oxygen may get plus charge. So to remove that plus charge, it removes H plus. So it attracts these bonded pair electrons toward this side. But here it is not happening. Minus charge is getting here. So this hydrogen, if it is really the H plus, it again attacks on this oxygen. So acidic nature is more on this alpha chloro carboxylic acid. Alpha chloro acetic acid. So that means in acetic acid, if you want to increase the carboxylic acid strength, you have to place electron withdrawing groups on this alpha carbon. That means if you write a CH3 COOH acetic acid, and if you place one alpha carbon, that means CH2 Cl COOH, this is more acidic than acetic acid, and if you replace two hydrogens, that means Cl H COOH, this is more acidic, and again if you write a trichlorocarboxylic acetic acid, Cl and this is COOH. So trichlorocarboxylic acid is more acidic than dichloro is more acidic than monochloro is more acidic than normal acetic acid. So acidic nature is like this. Now again, if you place a more electron withdrawing group than chlorine, so what will happen? That means CH. So this is about carboxylic acid strength, right? So what we discussed here, acidic acid, formic acid is more acidic than acetic acid is more acidic than propanoic acid, like it will go. And again, if you place electron withdrawing groups on alpha carbons, so carboxylic acid strength increases. That means alpha chloro acetic acid is more acidic than normal acetic acid. Now again, if you place more electron withdrawing groups on alpha carbons, that means more acidic nature, right? Now again, acidic nature again increases increases on by placing of more electron negative groups here, right? So again it depends on the distance from carboxylic group. More distance means weak acid, less distance means more acidic in nature, right? These are about uh, carboxylic acid, aliphatic carboxylic acid acidic strength. Now if you compare aromatic components, right, suppose here benzoic acid is there, right, CO group, C double bond O, OH is there, and towards this carbon you have a benzene ring, and you know very well that uh, if this bond is goes towards this side, what will get a carbon may get positive charge, and the benzene it gives electrons towards this side. So that means minus charge is rotating on this carbon and again on this carbon. That means if H plus is removing H plus is removed as the hydrogen, it may attack on this high oxygen because it is getting negative charge. So that means benzoic acid is somewhat more acidic than acetic acid, normal acetic acid, right? Benzoic acid is somewhat more acidic than acetic acid, and benzoic acid is somewhat least acidic than formic acid, right? So if you compare formic acid, benzoic acid, acetic acid, acidic strengths, acetic acid is more uh, acidic than benzoic acid, benzoic acid is more acidic than acetic acid, right? So this is the acidic strength of carboxylic acids. Now what happens if benzene ring has substituents? This is carboxylic acid, this is again carboxylic acid, that means benzoic acid, this is again carboxylic acid, COOH. So 3COOH. Here I am placing electron withdrawing group, here we are not having any group, and here I am placing electron donating group. So what happens? So basically we discussed carboxylic group acidic strength increases by presence of electron withdrawing group. So same rule appears here also. Carboxylic group, it has a nitro group, that means electron withdrawing group, and here no group, and here donating group. So by increasing of electrons on benzene it gives towards carboxylic group. So that means on oxygens you may get negative charge. So H plus will not remove as acidic hydrogen. So here what happens, these negative charges they will attracted towards this nitro group. So H plus will remove easily. So acidic strength is like this. So electron withdrawing group presence means more acidic towards carboxylic group, right? So next if you place same groups, suppose nitro group is a, only I am taking nitro group here, benzoic acid here, again one more benzoic acid, sorry, COOH it is, right, one more benzoic acid I'll write a COOH. Now what happens if I place here at the other position I am writing NO2, right, at para position I am writing NO2, and NO2 at meta position, and normal benzoic acid. So which is having more acidic nature here? That means artho group of nitro group is more acidic nature than remaining others, because so electron pulling of electrons towards this nitrogen it is easy because it is nearer to this one. Just now we discussed distance, COOH to chlorine distance. If more distance is there, weak acid, less distance is there, more acidic. So same thing appears here. Artho group is somewhat nearer to this carboxylic group, so it is having more acidic than para group. And again carboxylic group is a meta directing group, so meta position it is not affected in between this artho and para. So it is having somewhat less acidic than para, right? So again, without any group, it is having again somewhat less. So artho-nitro groups are artho-nitro carboxylic acid is benzoic acid is more acidic than para-nitro carboxylic acid, then meta-nitro carboxylic acid, then normal benzoic acid. So these are the acidic natures of comparison of acidic natures of carboxylic acids. Now this acidic nature, actually this acidic nature was identified by reaction with metals. So if you take a normal carboxylic acid and if you react with Na, it releases COO, it forms sodium salt and it releases H2 gas. If you take 2 moles here and here 2 moles, here 2 moles, so it releases H2 gas. So what we conclude here, hydrogen gas liberation compounds are acidic in nature when they are reacting with the metals, right? In lower classes we have that one, the compound which releases hydrogen gas on reaction with metal, that components are called acids. So this is the acidic nature of carboxylic acid. So now we'll discuss chemical properties of carboxylic acids, right? So before going to chemical properties, we have to discuss if electron donating groups are present on benzoic acid, what happens? Suppose I am taking again carboxylic acid COOH, benzoic acid, again one more benzoic acid, again one more benzoic acid COOH. Here OH group is there, so it is electron donating groups. Here para OH is there and here our meta OH is there. So in these three again, artho carboxylic acid, actually artho carboxylic acid is somewhat more acidic than again para, then again meta, because here artho effect is generates, that means which is nearer to this carboxylic group. So in artho substituted benzoic acids are more acidic than other substituted carboxylic acid. So no matter what type of group is present at artho position, so carboxylic group is more acidic than para substituted. Artho substituted carboxylic acids are more acidic than para substituted. Para substituted are more acidic than meta substituted, and these are again more acidic than normal benzoic acid. So this is about carboxylic groups, acidic nature of carboxylic groups in aromatic compounds, right? So now we will discuss chemical properties of carboxylic acids. Chemical properties of carboxylic acids. So chemical properties. In chemical properties, in carboxylic group, actually one like this is there. So chemical properties, if R is there, suppose RCOOH. So this carboxylic group is more reactive. So reactivity is due to hydrogen may possible, due to OH may possible, due to this whole carboxylic acid, and again on alkyl group. So here you will get water. This is one type of chemical properties, this is second type of chemical properties, this is third type of chemical properties, and this is fourth type of chemical properties. So in chemical properties of carboxylic acids, because of hydrogen group, because of hydrogen, carboxylic acid is reactive. Because of OH, again carboxylic acid is reactive. So like this reaction, some of the reactions may on hydrogen, they are may on OH group, and they are may on CO carboxylic group, and these are again may on alkyl group. So first we will discuss hydrogen involving chemical reactions, right? Hydrogens involving right. So how the reactions are possible, we'll check now. So in this first one is a reaction with the metals, right? So we'll draw a diagram here. Here RCOOH I'm writing RCOOH. If these are reactive with a base, suppose NaOH. So what is a product here? RCOONA, right? And again water is a byproduct, minus H2O, right? So if you continue this one, that means this is a main product here. But if you go for basic level, this carboxylate, sodium carboxylate is again useful for the preparation of alkanes, right? And alkanes only. So what are that reactions? First one is coal base electrolysis, right? Coal base electrolysis. And second one is decarboxylation. That means a soda lime, with a soda lime. What you'll get here? In decarboxylation you will get higher alkanes. In decarboxylation you will get normal alkanes. Same number of less number of carbons containing alkanes you will get. Right. Now second reaction, reaction with calcium salts, right? A calcium metal or calcium hydroxide, you can take calcium or calcium hydroxide base again. So here also you will get a calcium salts of carboxylic components, right? So if you distill this one, if you distillation this one, you will get again aldehydes or ketones. So here R is there, so both R's are mean you will get a ketones. So this we are this we studied in a carbonyl compound preparation, right? Now next one, uh, if you react with NH2, right, or NH3 ammonia I'm reacting with. So what you'll get here? RCO NH4 plus, right? Because it is a base and it is acid. So by combination of these two you will get a salt. And now on this heating with a dehydrating agents like a P2O5, what again P2O5 phosphorus pentoxide, you will get a amide RC double bond O NH2, right? This is again one more property of carboxylic acids, so that we'll discuss again. What acid plus base will get salt, this is called ammonium salt of carboxylic acid. So this on distillation you will get what? CONH2, right? Now again on reaction with AgNO3, on reaction with AgNO3, again you will get a silver salts of carboxylic acid RCOOAg, silver salt of carboxylic acid. So this on reaction with a halogen like a bromine, right? Bromine or chlorine, you will get what? Alkyl halides RX, right? RX you will get and this on iodination, right? This on iodination you will get again RCOOR esters you will get. So this reaction we are well known about that one, that is this is called Hunsdiker reaction, right? This is called Hunsdiker reaction. This also we'll study in a Hunsdiker reaction. This also we are studied in a preparation of alkyl halides, right? From here to here, bromine, borodine Hunsdiker reaction we discussed. Now next one, by reaction with the alkyl halides, alkyl lithium compounds. So the here also you will get RCOOLi plus and here minus. So on continuation here what you will get ketones RCOR. So these are the properties, chemical reactions which arises on hydrogen, acidic hydrogen. Now if you check, these all are intermediates, which are formed by removing of H plus ion, right? If it is reacting with sodium hydroxide, it gets sodium carboxylate. If it is reacting with carboxylic acid, is reacting with calcium carboxylate, ammonium carboxylate, silver carboxylate, and lithium carboxylate. And again, these all are intermediate components which are useful for the preparation of these products, right? So in sodium carboxylate, we are studied in first year coal based electrolysis and decarboxylation with soda lime. Now calcium acetate, we studied in carbonyl compounds for preparation of aldehydes and ketones, and this is a somewhat new. P2O5, on dehydrating you will get a amide, RCONH2. And again, these all we are studied, that is Hans-Decker, Borodyne-Hans-Decker reaction in alkyl halides. So this is again iodine preparation, that means reaction with iodine, it is in ester component. So these are the reactions which you will get in carboxylic acids by H plus ion, acidic hydrogen. So these are the one type of reactions. Now second type of reactions we will get on OH, right? OH involving reactions. OH involving reactions. So how the reactions are played there, we'll discuss now. Here are C double bond O, OH, right? Suppose if we react these carboxylic acids with a PCl3 or PCl5 or SOCl2, there you will get a R C double bond O Cl. What happens here? OH is replaced with Cl. So OH is removed. It means OH involving reactions. This is first reaction. These are called acid halides. So for the preparation of acid halides, we are taking carboxylic acids. Now second reaction with alcohols, ROH in presence of acid. So you will get what? R C double bond O, OR. These are esters, and this is important. This reaction is important. It is a very very important reaction. This is called esterification reaction. We'll discuss a mechanism of this one later. Okay. So on reaction with the alcohols, we will get esters, right? Now third one, reaction with again carboxylic acids. So R C double bond O, OH, carboxylic acid. Here you will get a anhydrides, R C double bond O, C double bond O, R. So these are called anhydrides, right? Next one more reaction is there, that is reaction with amide, RNH2. Sorry, this is amine, and if you are heating this amine with a carboxylic acid, so directly you will get a amide, R C double bond O, NH, R, plus water is a byproduct here. So in all these reactions, water is a byproduct. So this is about properties of carboxylic acids which involves in OH group, right? Now, so these are the two important reactions, which are, first one is what? Hydrogen involving reaction. Second one is what? OH involving reactions. Now third type of reactions, which involves whole COOH group, right? Third one is whole COOH group involving. So what type of reactions are they here? We'll check here. RCOOH, RC double bond O, OH. So first one is reduction with hydrogen, HI in presence of phosphorus, and heating you will get RCH2. Sorry, here directly you will get alkanes. rightly. Hydrogen Hi is a strong reducing agent. So if we use again H2 directly, H2 in presence of nickel, this will also convert alkanes, carboxylic acids to alkanes. And second thing, if we use lithium aluminum hydride, this is also reducing agent, so it gives alcohols RCH2OH. Now again third one, if you react with the uh, NaBH4, sodium borohydride, this will also give alcohols. That means carboxylic acids on partial reduction, they will convert into alcohols. So again, if you react with the hydrogens in presence of, if you react with hydrogen in presence of CuO and Cr2O3, CuO and Cr2O3, this will give same product, that is RCH2OH. So that means if you want to get alcohols from carboxylic acids, either you have to use lithium aluminum hydride, or you have to use sodium borohydride, or you have to use this copper oxide and Cr2O3. So by using of these three reducing agents, you will get alcohols, and by directly reduction, you will get alkanes. Right. So these are the three types of reactions uh, which includes COOH group. First one is hydrogen, acidic hydrogen. Second one is CO group, that means OH group, and third one is RCO, that means COOH group. Now fourth one is the alkyl involving group, that means basic important reaction. It is called here HVZ. And what is HVZ means? Hell, Volhard, Zelansky, Zelinsky, right? Zelansky reaction. And this is a somewhat important reaction which is used for increasing of acidic character of carboxylic acids. So how the reaction happens? Now we'll check here. CH3COOH, this on reaction with halogens, suppose I am taking here chlorine, this could be in presence of red phosphorus. What you will do, you will get here CH2ClCOOH. So acetic acid, it converting into alpha chloroacetic acid, right? So this is somewhat less acidic than this one. So we are increasing acidic nature of acetic acid by introducing of one electron withdrawing group at alpha position. So if you increase the chlorine number, that means if you take excess of chlorine, all the three hydrogens will substituted by this chlorine. That means you will get a trichloro carboxylic acid, or trichloroacetic acid. So you may get questions from this equation HVZ reaction. This is important. Suppose if I am doing this one RCH2COOH, this is one reactant, and this will convert into R, that means CH3 CCl2COOH. So how many moles of chlorines I have to use here? Right, very good. That is 2 moles of chlorine you have to use, because here 2 hydrogens are eliminated, means 2 hydrogens are substituted. So this is called as HVZ reaction, Hell-Volhard-Zelansky reaction. It is important reaction, and in this reaction alkyl group is involving, right? So this is about chemical properties of carboxylic acids. Now one more is there, that is aromatic carboxylic reactions, right? Aromatic carboxylic acids, right? So if by assuming of resonance structures of carboxylic acids, we can say which group is more reactive towards electrophilic substitution reactions. So you know very well that is benzene is highly reactive towards electrophilic substitutions. So you'll write like this: C double bond O here, and here OH. If this bond goes here, carbon gets plus charge, so this will get turn here. So if it is turning here, carbon positive here, right? So here plus charge. So to remove plus charge again, this bond will go here. So what is happening here? One bond here, new bond here, and this is plus charge here. Here one bond, here double bond C, OH, single bond O minus. So plus charge again towards this carbon, this bond will come here. Here this plus charge. So to remove this plus charge again, this bond will come here. And this minus charge will come here. So what happens here? Double bond O, single bond OH, here one bond, here one bond, here one bond. So this is a resonance structure of carboxylic acid. So in these structures you are getting plus charge and plus charge at ortho and para positions. So this is ortho, this is ortho, and this is para. So this is ortho, this is para, and this is ortho. So if you are introducing any electrophile towards this carboxylate ion, it won't attack on ortho and para positions. So it directly attacks on meta position, because on these meta positions you are not getting any type of plus charges, right? So plus repulsive, that means ortho and para positions are repulsive, and without a plus charge position is there, meta positions. So electrophilic attractions may takes place on meta positions. That means carboxylic acid, if you chlorination, right, chlorination of carboxylic acid, benzoic acid, you will get a metachlorobenzoic acid, right? If you nitrate, that means nitration of benzoic acid, you will get a meta nitro benzoic acid. And if you sulfonation of carboxylic acid, you will get a metasulfobenzoic acid. So this is a properties of carboxylic acid, aromatic carboxylic acid and aliphatic carboxylic acids, right? So this is about carboxylic acids. Thank you.